And big breaking update coming in. Sidhu has asked for more time to surrender. Sidhu has asked for time on medical grounds. And the court, in fact, has asked Sidhu to now file an application over why he needs extension of time. This is the latest, remember, in connection with a 3-decade-old road rage case. It was only yesterday that, in fact, in a supreme jolt to the former Congress Punjab president, Navjot Singh Sidhu, the top court had announced that he will be sent to prison for 1 year. And remember, this is in connection with the 1988 road rage case. And today, in fact, the former cricketer turned politician was all set to surrender before the Patiala court. But the latest that we're getting is that Sidhu has asked for more time, citing his medical health conditions. And that's the latest that we have on the Sidhu surrender drama. Clearly, a day after the top court announced its verdict that Sidhu will have to face the jail for 1 year over the 1988 road rage case. Today, in a latest development, in fact, Sidhu has said that he needs more time before he surrenders. And the reason that the Congress leader has given is that his medical condition. Now, we don't know exactly what these medical conditions are, but all we know so far is that, in fact, Sidhu has asked for more time on medical grounds. And in response to Sidhu, the court has asked him to file an application. So only time will tell if the court will allow Sidhu to take his own time before he's finally sent to jail in connection with the 1988 road rage case. Remember, a review petition was in fact filed by the family of the victim who was killed in 1988 during a road rage brawl. And after the top court in fact took up the review petition, Sidhu, the order, as per the order of the top court, Sidhu will be sent to 1 year of rigorous imprisonment. And to give us more insights on this, I'm being joined by Mr. Majid Menon, a senior lawyer. Sir, a very, very good morning and thank you for your time to Mirror Now. What do you have to say on this whole drama that has ensued over Sidhu facing the jail and now this latest development where, in fact, the Congress leader has sought more time, citing his medical condition?
Good morning to all your viewers. Well, this is a very unusual case where a person who is alleged to have committed crime, or rather has been proved to have committed crime way back in 1988, is made to suffer punishment after 34 years, long years. And therefore, once the highest court has come to conclusion that the earlier punishment of merely paying some fine does not meet the ends of justice, and the accused or the convict must suffer sentence. So 1 year sentence in the wisdom of Supreme Court was adequate to meet the ends of justice. Now it is, of course, the right of the accused to move the court on compassionate ground, pointing out that if he has any medical reasons for asking for some time to surrender, I don't think there should be any difficulty. CBI or the court would object to it, subject to taking into account the facts and circumstances on both sides. If he has to suffer punishment after 34 years, he may well suffer it after 34 years and a few months or few weeks more. So in my humble view, the Honorable Supreme Court will consider the genuineness of his application and may grant him time to surrender, say, a few weeks hereafter.
All right, sir. Also shifting focus to the political aspect of, this huge development that in fact was reported yesterday. The opposition has said that, lauding the Supreme Court's verdict, the opposition has said that justice has finally been delivered. What do you have to say on this?
No, see, now let us not bring in politics. This is purely a legal exercise. Now, an individual citizen who has been found guilty for having committed an offense by the highest court, beyond which he has no legal remedy, then he has to surrender. As he has rightly said yesterday, once the verdict came, that I submit to the majesty of law. That is good on his part. But now that today, if he wants that some time for surrendering, the court has rightly called him upon to make an application so that the court would call upon the other side to give their say. But in my humble view, that I don't think that CBI or the state should oppose such an application, because it is not that as though he has committed the crime only just yesterday that he must suffer punishment. 34 long years have gone. A few weeks more for him to start serving a sentence is not going to result in any miscarriage of justice.
All right, Mr. Majid Memon, thank you for your time to Mirror Now. So that was senior lawyer Majid Memon, who said that, in fact, it's a three-decade-old case, and now granting some more time to the Congress leader owing to his medical condition will do no harm. And I'm also being joined by my colleague Harish live on the broadcast, who's reporting from the national capital. Harish, we already knew that, some or the other kind of development or drama will take place when it comes to this whole controversy that, in fact, took place yesterday. In fact, a big judgment by the top court where, after 34 years, Sidhu is being sentenced to 1 year rigorous punishment. And now this latest development where the Congress leader has sought for more time, citing his medical health condition. What do you think could be the possible response from the court?
Yes, we have to wait and watch now. After the matter was mentioned before that, yesterday, a particular bench, the bench has said that the judgment was delivered by a special bench, so an application must be made, and for constituting a special bench, and a request has to be made to the Chief Justice. So Abhishek Singhvi, the lawyer for Sidhu, is waiting in the court of the Chief Justice of India, and any time mentioning may be made. So we'll have to wait and watch what will be the response of the Chief Justice bench, and this mentioning is going to take place any time now.
All right, Harish. All right. This is a developing story, and we'll keep coming back to you as and when there are more key developments.